Capricorn, welcome to your Lunar Eclipse Week reading for September 7th through the 14th. Thank you guys so much for being here. Let's get into it. Spirit, angels, guides, ancestors of love and light, we thank you for your help today with Capricorn's reading for whatever they need to know for the highest good. So take what resonates, leave the rest. Feel free to exchange or reverse energies as necessary, and we're going to do a 5-card spread with clarifiers, advice, and a couple of oracle cards at the end. Let's see what's going on, Capricorn. Justice is how you're showing up, followed by the 4 of Swords and the 10 of Discs. The overall energy for this reading, the Ace of Discs. All right, got a new opportunity to build some stability if you put in the work, and the underlying reason we are here, the World Soul card. So it looks like it's time to close out a cycle, a major cycle in your life, to stop something so you can start a new cycle, something that is much happier, much more loving. All right, so the Justice card, it looks like you're showing up here talking about bringing in the balance to make things right. Taking the correct actions requires a timeout for clarity, some rest, to get your thoughts straight about, pretty much everything that's important to you. This 10 of Discs represents your ideal manifestations in life, and it represents all of your ideal manifestations. It's everything in abundance, all the stability you can imagine in every area that you would desire. Okay, bringing in the balance. Let's go ahead and clarify. We're going to start out with this Ace of Discs, this opportunity to plant some seeds here to bring even more stability, more manifestation. Show us the Ace of Discs and the overall energy, please. Okay, and we have the 9 of Wands, the 2 of Discs, and the 10 of Cups. So it looks like you've been through a little bit of a battle. You're kind of tired and exhausted here, even though this new opportunity is here, or maybe the opportunity and thinking about all the work it would take is exhausting to you, and you're not quite sure. You have some doubts here. You don't really trust, so your walls are up. Your walls are up. You're recovering from battle. You're tired. But you're still doing the balancing act. Like, yeah, we'll build it. We'll do this thing, and there's all this. It's for my family. It's for the happiness of all of us. So that's what you're thinking about. And you're doing a fine job. You're doing a good job. But you are a little bit run down here, a little bit exhausted. At the bottom, we have the Death card. What brings us to this part of the lineup is endings and transformations. So no wonder it's exhausting, because this is a big card. It's exhausting to think of major things coming to an end, and transforming them into something else. So that's what it looks like you're focused on there. Let's take a look at the Justice card. Bringing in the balance, the desire to make everything right, to make sure we take the correct actions. Could be talking about a marriage here, doesn't have to be. The Chevalier of Discs, also known as the Knight of Pentacles. The 7 of Cups. And the 3 of Discs. So you're moving slowly here, slowly but steadily, in a reliable fashion. Looking at all of your options, you're taking your time. You're not rushing this. That's good, because you're tired. And you are enlisting the help of others to help you make these plans to build this stability up in this thing that you want. It looks like good energy, as long as you Take your time. Pace yourself. At the bottom, we have the Page of Wands. This just shows us what you're focused on. This is your latest new interest, and it has all of your attention at this point in time. All right, now on to the Four of Swords. This poor soul is asleep in this beautiful canopy bed, four-poster canopy bed, guarded by the swords so they can get some rest, so they can take a breather from all the work, all the situation, all the things you're thinking about and balancing and juggling. Show us the Four of Swords. Time out for getting our thoughts straight. There's that Page of Wands again. It was at the bottom. Spirit just brought it to the top. Yes. Four of Swords, Page of Wands, Four of Cups, and the Six of Discs. So things didn't go well in the past with whatever this situation is, or some situation. They have exhausted you, and so you're catching up on your rest, doing some healing, and sort of dreaming about, how do I get everybody on the same page? How do I make it fair? How do I make it balanced on a daily basis for all involved? Because it didn't really work out too well the last time we tried this. There was a lot of disappointment. But there's new opportunities. So you're smart enough to focus on that, the new opportunities, with a good attitude. Your heart is open to it. And you're just trying to get your energy going in that direction too. So you're catching up on your rest here, so that's good. At the bottom, we have the Five of Cups. So again, like the Four of Cups, the Five of Cups is looking at our losses from the past. And at one point, you were really upset. Now you've lightened your load a little bit. It looks like you're still disappointed, but you're not in that deep grieving process that you were at one point, because you're on the mend, really. I mean, you're finally able to get some rest, so things will lighten up. The more rest you get, the more time you take pacing yourself with this balancing act that you're doing, and enlisting help from others, not trying to do it all on your own. As long as you stay with that pace and keep your rest, things are going to continue to lighten up and improve, because now we get to clarify this Ten of Discs. Everything you ever wanted is represented in this card. So it's a very stable and very happy manifestation here. Let's take a look at this Ten of Discs, please. All right, good. This is what you're focused on and investing in. Time, energy, resources, and learning. Queen of Swords. Setting boundaries, limits, rules, and requirements. She lays down the law and says, this is what's needed, this is what we have to do, and this is what's required. Ooh, the Devil. There's some unhealthy behavior pattern there, showing right up, some kind of toxic energy that you're going to have to deal with somehow as you work on this, somehow as you manifest this. And maybe it's making too many demands. Maybe investing in making too many demands causes the toxic energy in the air. I can only say that because the Devil following this Queen of Swords, it could just be too much. Like an obsessive, it has to be done this way, my way or the highway, this is what needs to be done. Like it's too strong. And if you don't do it, I'll cut off your heads. That kind of thing. So at the bottom, we have the Magician. Yeah, you are manifesting this, but this says just be careful of going overboard with the demands. It is important to set boundaries and requirements. But be careful, because that Devil showing up says we could manifest some toxic energy there, and then who knows what direction things will go at that point. All right, but it's usually not good. Now we're going to clarify what brings us to this reading, closing out an old cycle so that you can start something new. The World Soul card. Show us what brings us to this reading. The Empress. The Two of Cups. And the Five of Cups. And at the bottom, the Chariot. The Chariot's the vehicle to victory. And this speaks to the Empress is the ideal energy she is creating here. She's giving birth to something. And it has to do with a soul connection. Two people that share love in a family. It's a partnership. But there are losses here. We saw that Five of Cups, which is what brought us here and had you exhausted before when things didn't work out in the past. And here you are again birthing some kind of soul connection, partnership, loss, like grieving the losses again. So the vehicle to victory here is to close out this cycle so that you can do something different, do something better, do something new that feels good. It looks like part of you created and actually manifested. We saw the Magician underlying when this devil pile came out over here, investing in too much demanding energy when it comes to this new manifestation. So we need to close out this cycle of birthing this loss and this grief that is very much tied up to this partnership here. Could be husband and wife, whatever the soul connection is. It even could be parent children, whoever is on this homestead. There is this Two of Cups, and like I said, it could be romantic or it could be generational soul connections. But this Empress is giving birth to a possible grieving energy, and that's what needs to stop. A possible, like, this could be a total disaster kind of thing. In other words, you're upsetting people on the homestead, or you've done it in the past. And I'm thinking it's with this Queen of Swords energy, making too many demands or requirements that just make people want to give up and not be part of it. They're like, forget it, I'm out of here kind of thing. And then everybody's sad. And then we have regrets. And then we say things we don't mean. And then blah, 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 blah. So the World Soul card means it's time to close out this cycle so that we can begin anew without that. So we don't create that again. Let's get some advice. Advice from the universe for Capricorns who are going through these energies. They're trying to start over. Slow and steady, and try not to make demands that make everything toxic. Show us advice, please, for Capricorn. All right. Death, endings and transformations. The Four of Discs, holding on tight, not letting go. Seven of Discs. Assessing the situation, assessing the stability. So as we go, don't let go of assessing and reassessing along the way. So, at different parts of your journey as you build stability, reassess and make sure that we are ending an old way of being and transforming into a new way of being. And at the bottom, what brings us here? The King of Cups. Yep. Emotionally balanced, supportive, and just calm in the midst of the storm. So when things come up and they get erratic and they're not going how you want, and you want to lay down the law and say, no, do it like this. This is saying, hold on, assess how you're going to go about it, and then reassess to make sure so that you are transforming an old way of being into a new way. And this would be the new way. the King of Cups. It is the appropriate choice to make in this situation. Being calm in the midst of the chaos. So when things get chaotic with all those involved and people aren't doing things how you want, take a time out. Go take a nap. Go slow. That kind of thing. And reassess. Okay. Anyway, I hope that helps. Let's get an oracle card this is from the Dark Light Oracle. The Dark Light, in honor of the total lunar eclipse. We'll have a full moon, and then it'll be eclipsed. And then we'll have the illumination again. All right, and then after this oracle, we'll get one from the Power of Surrender card. Since full moons are all about letting go of something, surrendering something, we can see what needs to be surrendered here. It's this Queen of Swords, which is great energy, unless it comes out with the devil, which it did. And that's when you have some toxic sort of demands, that turn everything sort of toxic. So, advice for Capricorn, please. Ooh. All right. You got two. And I'm going to read them both for you. I'm at a loss of which one to pick, so we're just going to give you both. This one landed close to me, the Guardian Angel. We'll read that one first and then the Blessings card next. So this is card number 27, and here is the message that Spirit wants you to have. Count on my protection. You don't need to be afraid in any circumstances. I am your guardian angel, and I am taking good care of you. You've called for my protection, and here I am to provide it. Nothing can harm you. No one can hurt you. My inspired guidance will always surround your steps. You will never walk alone, so stand tall, my precious. Move forward, keep a fearless heart, and have confidence. You will get through this. You are protected. You are blessed. And I love that your next card is blessings, since they just said that. Do not trust the fog of your pain. After the rain, the sun will come again. I will see to it. The key words here are protection, inspiration, sweet angels, strength to rely on, divine connection, and guidance. An affirmation for you can be, I am protected wherever I go. I am never alone. My guardian angel is watching over me and keeps me safe in any circumstances. Very, very nice. And card number 38, blessings. And here's your message. Prayers heard. Your message is, you were right to have faith, for your prayers have been heard. I am the fairy of blessings, and I come to you with my magical gem to tell you that things will be easier from now on. I will watch over you and protect you. I will make sure that no one nor nothing can hurt you. Wow, it's very much connected to the Guardian Angel card, isn't it? I will make sure that no one, nothing can hurt you. In exchange, please welcome me by counting the blessings you have already in your life. Connect yourself to what you have, not what you lack. Hear my little wings flying around you, and just open your soul to even more blessings coming your way. The key words are faith, sweet presence, counting blessings, feelings of abundance, protection, and support. An affirmation for you can be, I count my blessings and I forget what's missing. I follow my faith and learn to welcome any event as a true blessing in my life. So no matter what happens, no matter when things start going a little chaotic or crazy as you try to, whatever this thing is that you and your family are working on to build or create here and to manifest, to put in your treasure chest of ideal manifestations, whatever happens, count your blessings. Take time out to refocus what you're focused on when you start getting frustrated, and that'll help you get into that King of Cups energy of calm in the midst of the storms, because you'll feel better focusing on your blessings, and you are guarded and guided. And your final oracle message will be from the power of surrender. Let's see what message Spirit has for you. Oh, there it is. Surrender to Spirit. And it says, once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine and let Spirit work its magic for you. Wow. I mean, it all feels very related. Advice for you how to handle when frustrations start to come in. You just turn it over. Count your blessings, look at all the things that are going right, and turn it over to Spirit. All right. I hope it helps, Capricorn. I wish you guys all the luck in the world for this full moon lunar eclipse week. It could be intense. And hit like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I look forward to reading for you guys next time. Good luck, Capricorn.